You're here to learn about the LMA Pro Tip, the 131 rule. My name is Charlie Ray. I'm an EOS implementer. Let's do this. So, what is the 131 rule? This is a rule that is basically focused on developing and empowering your leaders, your direct reports, to think for themselves. Okay, so again, this is a pro tip. This is not within the EOS toolbox. This is not an EOS tool. It's just a 131 rule. It's a tool that you can use in order to help your people think better. Okay, incredible, powerful tool. So, what is it? Identify the one root issue. The 131 rule is saying, hey, what's the root issue? Help your people identify it. Then have them present 3 real solutions, okay? So what would you do, right, if you were in control and you had 3 viable solutions, and give your one recommendation? This is a powerful concept and it fits with LMA. Remember, leadership plus management drives accountability. So if you're trying to develop your people as the boss, you're the leader and the manager, you have to start teaching them and training them and helping them learn how to think deeper and harder and faster in order to think about, okay, what is actually the root of the issue? Stated in 3 words. And then what are 3 realistic solutions? Okay. And then you're in control. What would you do? Give one recommendation. Let's talk about why this matters. So think context. Why would you use this rule? Okay. Do you want to develop your people, your direct reports? Think about who those are. Do you want to develop them with critical thinking skills? Yes, everybody does, right? What about building your team? If everybody started to apply this 131 rule to each other, the whole team would get better, right? They would actually be able to start solving their own problems. And then you're empowering your key leaders. You could teach them this rule and then have them teach it to their direct reports. So it could multiply throughout the entire organization. And then most of all, you're modeling delegate and elevate. So the 5 leadership abilities, leadership ability number 2, delegate. You're trying to delegate problem solving so that you can elevate solving different types of problems. So you're building your people up and you're also solving problems, but not by you solving the problem. All right, that creates dependency and you're trying to create independency. All right, let's think about when. When would you use this? So possibly, do you feel like you can't get anything done because there's just so many interruptions? People continue to keep coming into your office and they knock on the door and they have a problem, okay? They keep giving you more problems to think about. They want you to solve their problems. Maybe your leaders, your direct reports, they need help. They need some encouragement on how to be proactive. Applying the 131 rule forces them to actually have to present a case. It gets them out of lazy thinking into proactive thinking. All right. So maybe you're the know-it-all. You just know everything. And so what you've created actually is a culture of dependency. And so you're the bottleneck. You really are the bottleneck of the company. And so people can't go forward. They can't make decisions unless they get your blessing, unless they have you solve the problem for them. So that would be a great thing. Kind of gut check yourself. You may have to humble yourself and say, you don't know it all. They have great insight. They're the ones that are closest to the problem. So you're kind of tapping into adult learning theory, right? And really helping them develop their skills as a leader and manager. Again, do you want to effectively build, develop, and empower your team? You can transform people by helping them learn to think, and you can do that through asking powerful questions and listening. Are you sick and tired of people coming into your office and throwing a monkey at you? So there's a great book out there, The 1 Minute Manager Meets the Monkey. So imagine this situation. The people keep coming into your office and they throw a monkey at you and they throw another monkey. And then the next person comes in, they throw a monkey at you. The monkey represents the problem or the issue. Next thing you know, you can't get anything freaking done because there's 20 monkeys jumping around all over the place. And so you literally are so distracted trying to firefight and solve their problems. Just when they throw the monkey at you, pick up the monkey, throw it right back at them and say 131 rule. Okay. Do not come into my office unless you have thought through 131. And then you can state your case and we'll talk about it. You'll probably have them stop coming to your office so often. Finally, do you want freedom to focus? Again, this goes back to what is the highest degree of focus that you can have for the greater good of the organization? What should you be doing? And so the 131 rule, how do you do it? You're teaching them and training them. Okay, in 3 words, state the root issue in 1 sentence. Again, you can practice this if you're doing your level 10 meetings. You should be doing something like this during the IDS time, identify, discuss, solve. But you can say, identify the root issue in 1 sentence and say it in 3 words. That would be really powerful. If you can be clear and concise, simplify. What is the root issue? 3 words. Okay. Now you're teaching them and training them. I'd like you to state 3 viable, realistic solutions based on the resources we have, the people that we have, the team, and based on the timing and the situation. What are 3 actual, realistic solutions? Okay. Guess what? I want 3 of them. 3 of them. And then, oh my goodness, I just had a heart attack and I'm in the hospital. Okay. I'm in recovery. Everything's good, but mentally I'm not there. So you're in control. You're in charge. What would you do? Make the decision, right? What would be your recommendation? Or, oh my goodness, something happened and I fell off a ladder. I broke my leg. And so, again, I'm in the hospital. I'm unavailable. You got to make the call. I want you to defend your answer. What's the one issue, the one root issue in 3 words or less, stated in 1 sentence if you can? Help them, develop them to be critical thinkers. And then what are 3 realistic solutions? And then what would be your one recommendation? That's how you develop people. So a couple final thoughts here. Do you want to free up your time? Apply the 1-3-1 rule. Okay. Do you want to solve problems or build people? You could also build people to solve problems. Whoa. Do you want to develop your team or keep them reliant on you? Are you the bottleneck of the organization? If you go, so goes the business. We don't want that. We want to develop and train and ultimately empower the rest of your team. Okay, do you want to eliminate yourself as the bottleneck? Same thought process here. If everything funnels to you to make the decision, then you're actually limiting the growth and the strategic scalability of your organization. Do you want to enable your direct reports or empower them? If you always have an answer, even if you have a really good solution, doesn't mean you can't give it. Just let them present 1-3-1 first, ask a couple questions, be really good at listening, reflecting back what you're hearing, and then ask permission or just state, here's my suggestion, and then what would you do? Make a decision. You're trying to help them take agency over their life, over their actions, and you're trying to work it together. So it's not that you can't give recommendations or give insight. It's just develop them and empower them to think for themselves first before you give. Great leaders lead by example. So go out there and lead by example. Practice this rule. Even when you have a problem, think about the one problem, the one root issue in 3 words, 1 sentence. What are 3 realistic solutions? And then what's the one recommendation that you would give? And present that to your leadership team if you're doing an L10 or whatever. So, guys, I hope this was helpful. Really appreciate y'all's time. LMA, leadership plus management drives accountability. This was the pro tip, the 1-3-1 rule. Thank you again for your time. May God bless you as you lead and manage others with wisdom, courage, and with humility. Okay, see you next time.